We are just 5 days away from the start of the population census, which is scheduled to run from May 10th to May 19th, 2024. Uganda Bureau of Statistics, tasked with counting Ugandans, has already delivered most of the census materials to all districts across the country. Yesterday, Soroti City joined the list of cities that have received census materials. Andrew Itebe, the Soroti City Census Officer, disclosed that the materials comprised of 462 tablets and 493 power banks. He anticipates additional equipment from Obos.
We received some equipment from Uganda Bureau of Statistics. We have received 462 tablets and then 473 power banks. So these equipments were received meant for the enumerators and parish supervisors who are supposed to go to the field to enumerate people on death. But these equipments we have received are not enough. We expect more equipments to arrive.
Today, former member of parliament for Makinde Sawagabo municipality, Honorable Chigozi Emmanuel Sajaliabene, urged Ugandans to embrace the population census exercise, which is set to commence on Friday, May 10th. He emphasized the importance of avoiding politicizing the census as it benefits everyone in terms of planning for the country's future.
Whether you are a NOP, like I am, whether you are NRM, whether you are FDC, whether you don't have a party, the census is about all of us. And kindly, my friends, my fellow Ugandans, kindly answer the questions very genuinely. Don't lie. If you have 5 women, 5 families, if you have 20 children, don't lie. Don't say I have only a few of these, because you are not helping the country to plan for you.
Honorable Chigozi emphasizes that the population census is of utmost importance for the country as it aids in government planning. Therefore, I urged Ugandans to actively participate and provide accurate data to ensure the success of the census and its role in informing effective government planning.
Census is a very important exercise. That is getting to know how many people you have in the country, their ages, their education, their professions, their occupations is so important because it helps in planning and making policies. If we don't use those census figures right, then we are in problems, very big problems.
He applauded the government of Uganda for making Friday 10th May a public holiday, saying that it will help in ensuring the majority of Ugandans participate in the census.
We start on Friday, and then we have the 3 days of the weekend, which are a little bit more free. By the time we come back to work, most of the work will be done. I think that's quite okay. And of course, if it comes in 10 years, the census, and as I've said, it is so important that we capture this data so that we plan for the country very well. And if we fail to plan, then the government should be put to task. Then a one-day holiday to me is a very okay. There's no problem. We have had holidays, like for example the recent one, the Labor Day. The people who labor are not even happy. The people who don't labor are the ones who are rich.
He adds that the questions that will be asked have no relationship with security. Therefore, Ugandans should freely, willingly, and accurately respond to the questions.
I'm very sure, cocksure. I'm an economist. I have a master's in economics. The questions that the enumerators are going to ask, they have no relation to security. They have no relation to, bad intentions in the country. They are all for good intentions. I've heard that. One of the questions is going to be, where do you keep your money? And some people, there was a cartoon on WhatsApp, somebody was fighting. Why do you ask me where I keep my money? You want to steal it? No, they want to know whether the banking industry is actually doing a good job.
However, Honorable Chigozi empowered those in charge of the data, such as the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, to ensure that the data collected is for its intended purpose and not manipulated for political agendas. He stressed the importance of maintaining the integrity of the census data for genuine planning and development purposes.
It is very important that we have the census. But then at the same time, I would like to implore government, I would like to implore the people who are in charge to actually pick the data as is. And so that the planning is quite good. In the past, we have had cases where populations have been inflated and others have been deflated for purposes of politics, for purposes of creating more constituencies, for purpose of not creating more constituencies.
Julius Momuza, Church of Uganda Family TV, News at 8.